255P Cherokee fifth wheel here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is a 2015 and a half model. Not only is this a new layout, but this features some mid-year updates that really mandated I come out here and shoot some fresh video footage for you. Normally I don't do that, but inside and out, they totally went over the entire Cherokee family. You can instantly tell it's a 15 and a half by this really sweet full body color package here. It's just a very down-to-earth, kind of rustic look to it, and I really like it because camping's got away from that a little bit, and it's not bad to remind yourself where this all came from time to time. You're going to find a lot of things on a Cherokee that are hard to match in its class, like a full high-profile fifth wheel nose cap. This is a serious, awesome-looking nose cap. Real sharp point design to help cut some wind for towability's sake, but a lot of manufacturers only give you a little half cap. The problem with the half cap is it exposes the termination strip, which is where the cap meets the roof up here, and it causes that to wear down prematurely. Other areas where they really pay attention on here is they fully enclose the underside of the gooseneck. You see how this, you don't see raw skeleton framework down here. That is just another level of critter prevention, weather prevention. Extra things like that are some of the reasons that these things tend to last longer and have a pretty darn good service record. The outside shower here is a nice thing to point out. Anytime you have one of these, it's good. A lot of people overlook them, but if you don't have one, you either have to lug along extra hoses or you have to monkey with the water hose at the spigot, and it's one less hassle. And camping's supposed to be about fun, not about hassle. Black tank flush system is something that you'll find on here that's not always standard in this class, and that's handy because it gives you a way just to guarantee you get your black tank flushed out and sanitized when you're leaving from your destination. Now, I don't think this translates really well to video, but if you can see, there's a texture on this side panel here, and it does that so that it pulls that slide seal. It guarantees that slide seal pulls all the way in or out. When they're folded, like you'll see on some fifth wheels, it means they're not truly sealing. And with the textured wall, you don't have to worry about that. You're going to have a lessened chance of any sort of water leak or seeping. And check out these big windows. This camper has a lot of windows, and look at how much of that opens. I mean, you can get some huge cross ventilation. This is probably one of the best cross airflow floor plans I've ever seen out there. You'll find extra things like the oversized downspouts to cut down on black streaks on your camper. The travel rack back here is part of the limited package that is equipped on this particular coach. That is an optional set of upgrades that we opted into. High volume dealerships have that package offered to them. Not every dealer can have that. So if you see a Cherokee that's $1 less, it's probably not a limited model. We also like to add the rear ladder back here, but notice that they segment it. It's a folding ladder so that it does not interfere with the spare tire or travel rack. The spare tire, by the way, you do not have to take off to operate this travel rack. The segmented ladder might cost $1 more, but it gives you an easier, safer way to get up to your walkable roofing for maintenance purposes. Now you'll see some really neat little fun things on here, like they do have a full, really cool neon blue LED strip lighting underneath your awning here, and you'll actually see some similar lighting inside. But before we get there, this is another 15 and a half update I like to point out, is you notice there's no holdback on this door, and if this door were to open all the way, it would kind of run into the slide. So what they did is they friction sprung the door. Watch. It does not slam. You have to really push on that thing. The idea is that if a big wind kicks up, the door's not just going to smash into the side of your slide out or anything like that. Now, as soon as you step inside here, I was immediately like, whoa, lots of big open space in here, because you have these two slides that are very deep. You have two full depth slides right across from one another. But because they didn't go with a big super slide that has the sofa and the dinette next to one another, they were able to give you the same living space in a shorter overall package. So this is a great fifth wheel if you want to add like an enclosed trailer or a boat behind it. Now these little backlit switches right here, they operate your LED accent lighting. If you kind of look at the ceiling here, you see how it goes from just white to blue. It's just there for pure cosmetics, but what we've had our customers report is if they've had grandkids or if they just get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, it works perfectly as a little night light. The 255P is a newer model. It is a rear kitchen, and again, I mean, if you're looking for a smaller fifth wheel, but you don't want a smaller space living room, this is it. Now, I believe this is called the Natural Decor. The 15.5 updates also brought with them new fabric patterns and new colors inside the Cherokees. I'm still learning the names of these, but I believe this is called Natural. Your hide-a-bed sofa has a nice moderate earth tone leather touch, like leatherette sofa, whereas your dinette over here is all fabric and has some nice high contrast colors and swooshes about it. I'm mentioning this because if the pictures and video look different, the pictures are probably a little more accurate. We sell a bunch of these Cherokees. It's a very good selling model. It's one of the most popular brands in North America. So, you know, they're not always equipped identically. Always double check your options list and double check those photos to make sure it looks like the one you want to take home. And then when in doubt, just give us a call. But good storage all the way through this coach. Now, this is another cool thing. All of the countertops are seamless engineered countertops. There is, if you listen, that's not T-molded, that's not press board, that's not particle board that my ring is clicking off of. That's like an engineered sort of resin or plastic mold. So this stuff can't swell, water can't get to it, it can't rot, mold, mildew. And you'll find that type of countertop through the entire coach. Not just the kitchen, but on the dining table, in the bathroom, everywhere there's a countertop. That's all they use now. You're going to get a lot of light in here thanks to these extra little spot windows, because I have no lights turned on in this unit currently, but it is very comfortable in here. This is, you could sit here and read a book and feel fine about it. I'm a sucker for a breakfast nook. It's something I've always liked. You know, just a little spot to throw a bowl of cereal and grab a quick bite to eat in the morning. Now, the entire kitchen layouts in these Cherokees has really been touched over, and it's so nice because you have, again, the seamless countertops that water cannot damage, as well as an under-mounted sink with a fitted sink cover. So you have all this usable space as countertop space, and because this is a countertop flush glass top here on the stove, you can use this entire thing for prep space. It's very, very cool. You have bigger cabinets than most things in their class in a Cherokee. And not only are they bigger, but they also add that second shelf up there, so you have double the space in this cabinet as compared to what you normally find in this level of fifth wheel. You'll find that all over the place. Man, those are big. Your sprayer faucet, that's a nice upgrade. That's something you don't normally run into till your $40,000 to $60,000 fifth wheel mark. And obviously you're going to get that a lot cheaper here. You know, central air, central heat. This is made to keep you comfortable through the majority of the camping season. I'm not going to tell you, hook up to this thing and drag it through Alaska in the winter. You know, you have to winterize any RV in the winter. It's and there's always extra precautions you have to take, so just always keep that in mind. Oh, back to storage. I love this. Each side of the dining table has these easy access pull-out drawers, and you can see how quick and easy you can get to that space. Now, the storage underneath your booth seating it's nice that it's there, but it's usually so inconvenient. You have to take the table apart, take the cushions off, tell everybody, get up, get out of the way. You don't have to do that now. People can be playing cards or eating breakfast, or the grandkid can be sleeping. You never have to interrupt them. And look at the construction on this. 5/8 plywood box construction. These things are made to last. Shoelace caught on that. Never had that happen before. That's all there is to it. Now, right over here, you can kind of use this like a pantry. It's just a general purpose cabinet and whatnot. But you have a huge, literally floor to ceiling closet in here. And I'm going to guess that's at least 10 feet tall of storage. Now, a couple things. You see that the 15.5s do include a television. The early 15s did not. That's yet another difference between them. Also, they went to this really nice stone look wall paneling here. And what's cool is that little bracket you see right there. There's the TV can quickly mount indoors or outdoors. It's just a quick release bracket, but it holds it in place fine while you're shipping. It's very nice. Your stereo down here is also your DVD player and connects to your outdoor speakers, so you don't have to bring along extra electronics. And something else they've started doing on these Cherokees that I like is they're putting 3 steps here. This is one of those things that you'll never see in a brochure. You never see, Hey, you know, Cherokee fifth wheels now featuring 3 steps instead of 2. It's such a big deal though, because it's 3 easier steps instead of 2 big steps. For a tall guy like me, 2 big steps is fine. For my grandmother, who has a pair of titanium knee caps that have been replaced, it's a big important deal. It's a lot easier to get up and down. And again, lots of windows for lots of light. In their class, Cherokee is known for having the biggest and most windows available, and they all have either these nice pleated night shades, or if you noticed here in the living room, we'll often upgrade to the wooden plantation blinds here in your living space. Now, you have this big window here. You have a matching window right on the other side here in the bedroom. So you have tons of light pouring in here no matter where you're at. Before we get too far up here though, I do like to point out, because of the cutaway design here on the bedroom, one, you have lots of walking space. And notice there's no step up to get into the bed. This is all one deck level. The bed and bath deck is all in one spot. Another 15.5 update is a full 80-inch queen bed instead of a 76-inch camper queen. In English, that means that tall guys like me can sleep on this without my feet hanging off the bed, and that's a big deal for me. There's 3 power outlets in this bedroom alone. 1 on each side of the bed, and then 1 up on the little headboard that's just perfect for like alarm clocks or phone chargers or anything like that. Now, again, notice that you have lots of room here due to that cutaway. You can actually get dressed in this fifth wheel. You don't have to take your clothes down to the living room to get dressed. And that's one of those things that if you've never owned a fifth wheel before, you would never think to even look for. When you're shopping for a fifth wheel, you would never think, wow, could I put on a pair of jeans in here? And the answer in a Cherokee is, yeah, you can. And a lot of fifth wheels answer is, nope. You know, you have to put on a show for the neighbors down in the living room. I do like to point out that not only do they have a nice fifth wheel shower, not a tub, which is not normal in this class. Usually in this class of fifth wheel, you have a cheaper tub. But you also have a bigger full-size Creative Breeze fan up here that is just capable of really pushing a lot of air in and out. And the biggest medicine cabinet in their class. And frankly, I carry some $90,000 fifth wheels that don't have a medicine cabinet that big. It's both taller, wider, and deeper. It's just bigger, period. And they complement that with a very large sink you can actually get your hands in here. And there's still a lot of stuff I haven't talked about. There's a lot of value in these Cherokees. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Happy camping.